The type of intelligence that makes others cautious around you. Machiavelli. True power is not about being admired for your intellect. It's about making others cautious around you. The kind of intelligence that commands respect, doesn't flatter, doesn't seek approval, and doesn't aim to impress. It makes people question their own moves, rethink their positions, and guard their words around you. This intelligence is based on the ability to read people's true motivations, even when they try to mask them with words or actions. It's not about the knowledge you share, but about the insight you keep, the understanding of what is really going on beneath the surface. Machiavelli understood that power operates through understanding not just knowledge, but an intuitive grasp of what motivates people, what they fear, and what they desire. The most powerful individuals are the ones who don't react to what's being said, but to what's being left unsaid. They can see through the fards people put up and understand their true intentions. When others sense this kind of perception, they feel vulnerable around you because they know you can see through their falsehoods and manipulations. This intelligence makes you a figure who is not easily manipulated, but who also doesn't need to manipulate others directly. Instead, you become someone whose presence itself forces carefulness. People will begin to question the motives behind their own actions when interacting with you, even if they don't realize it consciously. Your ability to understand what drives others creates an unseen distance, one that forces others to proceed with caution whenever they engage with you. The intelligence that makes people cautious is also subtle. It's the ability to listen to what is not being said, to observe what is happening beneath the surface. People's words often conceal their true intentions, and this type of intelligence allows you to decode those words into something much more revealing. Body language, the tone of voice, and the patterns of behavior are all part of what you read. It's this combination of awareness and perception that gives you an advantage in any interaction, making others hesitate before acting. This is not a form of intelligence that seeks to engage directly or to prove superiority. Rather, it creates space, uncertainty, and respect. The most powerful people are those whose thoughts and actions remain difficult to predict, because their intelligence is not about outward brilliance, but about an understanding of others' psychology. This ability makes others approach you with more care, more thoughtfulness, and more hesitation, which is the essence of controlling a social environment without force. The type of intelligence that makes others cautious around you is rooted in your ability to read between the lines and understand underlying motivations. While many people focus on what is said directly, the truly powerful are attuned to what is unsaid. The subtle cues, the hidden agendas, and the emotional undertones that people often try to conceal. This intelligence allows you to recognize inconsistencies, contradictions, and disguised intentions, making others aware that their true motives are always in your sight, even if they aren't vocalized. Machiavelli recognized that power often comes not from what is obvious, but from the ability to see beyond appearances. The most influential individuals are those who listen carefully to what people don't say, observe how they act, and understand why they act that way. It's about seeing the world through a lens that is always searching for hidden truths, not just the surface narrative. When you can uncover these hidden layers, it creates a psychological edge, one that makes people hesitate before speaking or acting too freely around you. This ability also allows you to detect fear or desire that others might try to hide. You can sense when someone is trying to manipulate a situation, when they are being dishonest, or when they are seeking something from you. People will become aware that their intentions are transparent to you, even if they are not fully conscious of it themselves. This creates a psychological distance that forces others to second-guess their own actions, leading them to be more careful in their approach to you. The intelligence that causes caution is not loud or flashy. It is a silent force. It's the way you observe people, the way you pause before reacting, and the way you seem to understand things others don't. This subtlety is often mistaken for passivity, but in reality it's a deliberate positioning of yourself as someone who is always thinking, always analyzing, and never easily fooled. Others are drawn to you out of curiosity or respect, but also out of fear of being seen through. This silent power creates a sense of unease, forcing people to adjust their behavior and navigate their interactions with you carefully. In a social or professional environment, this intelligence is especially potent because it operates quietly but with maximum impact. People won't always understand why they feel cautious around you, but they will sense that your mind is always working, always analyzing, always one step ahead. This gives you the advantage of controlling the flow of the interaction, making people more aware of their own vulnerability and more likely to act in ways that serve your interests without even realizing it. Ultimately, the intelligence that makes people cautious is not about dominating conversations or flaunting your brilliance. It's about the quiet, powerful ability to understand the unspoken, to recognize patterns of behavior, and to read the true intentions behind actions. It's the kind of intelligence that makes you a strategic observer, a person whose every move is calculated, making others pause and reconsider their own moves in your presence. Or the intelligence that makes others cautious around you is deeply tied to your ability to perceive and manipulate the social dynamics around you. It's not just about knowing what people say, but understanding why they say it and what they hope to achieve by saying it. This type of intelligence allows you to read between the lines of any conversation, detecting hidden motives, personal agendas, and even unspoken fears that shape people's behavior. You begin to realize that words are rarely the full story. They are just a part of the larger narrative that people are trying to present. This intelligence is not reactive, but proactive. While others might focus on the words being spoken, you focus on the intentions behind them. You know that the most important things are not what people choose to say in public, but the strategies and desires they harbor in private. You can identify when someone is concealing information, when they are trying to manipulate you, or when they are hiding their true intentions. This awareness alone forces people to be more guarded in your presence, knowing that they cannot easily conceal their real motives from you. Machiavelli understood that true power comes not from knowing the surface details, but from understanding the motivations driving others' actions. Being able to detect the hidden desires of others, whether it's a desire for control, fear of exposure, or ambition to advance, gives you an unparalleled advantage in social and professional settings. When you know what people really want, you can shape their actions and responses without them even realizing it. They may think they are acting independently, but you are already several steps ahead, subtly guiding their behavior to align with your interests. This is the kind of intelligence that doesn't just observe people, but shapes their behavior. It's the ability to predict what others will do next, manipulate situations to your advantage, and influence decisions without ever having to directly confront or persuade someone. Because you understand the underlying currents of emotion, motivation, and personal ambition, You can use these insights to maneuver others into positions where they will act in ways that benefit you, often without realizing it. This makes you seem more like a strategic mastermind, someone who understands the complexities of human behavior and uses them to stay in control of the environment around you. This intelligence is a quiet force working below the surface, but its effects are immediate and powerful. When others realize you are aware of their true motives, they become cautious in how they interact with you. They might hold back information, try to protect their vulnerabilities, or question their own actions, all because they know that you are capable of seeing through their facades. This creates a dynamic where people feel uneasy or even intimidated around you, not because of any explicit threats or aggression, but because they sense that you are always one step ahead in understanding them. In this way, emotional intelligence, the ability to read people and understand their hidden desires, fears, and agendas, becomes a powerful tool of control. By quietly understanding what others want and why they act the way they do, you can maintain control of the social narrative. The more you observe and understand, the more cautious others will become as they recognize that their every move is under your careful watch. You don't need to dominate or dictate. Instead, you create an environment where others adjust to your insights, allowing you to guide interactions and outcomes without ever needing to force them. The fourth component of this intelligence that makes others cautious around you is your ability to remain unreadable. Powerful individuals understand that mystique is a vital element of control. They do not reveal their hand too early, nor do they let others easily predict their next move. The less others can read you, the more influence you hold. This skill is deeply psychological when others are unsure of your true thoughts, motivations, and reactions. They are forced to approach you with caution. Machiavelli often stressed the importance of appearing unpredictable, and this is where the ability to maintain an unreadable exterior becomes a key tool. When others are unsure of how you will react, what you will say, or how you will behave, they are hesitant to make bold moves around you. They feel a subtle tension, a psychological distance, because they know they cannot easily manipulate or influence you. You become a moving target, a figure who is difficult to pin down or predict. This uncertainty creates an inherent respect for your ability to act from a place of strategic foresight, keeping others on their toes, constantly unsure of your true intentions. This unreadability is not about being emotionless or completely distant, but rather about controlling what you reveal and what you keep hidden. People will try to decode your behavior, but they will constantly fail. You show only enough to appear engaged or interested, but you don't offer up your true feelings, thoughts, or motivations. You have control over your emotional responses and how you project yourself, making sure that others cannot easily discern what you're thinking or what direction you will take. Emotional neutrality becomes a signal of strength, as it sends the message that you are not easily swayed by external influences. The ability to remain unreadable allows you to maintain control of the narrative. While others might wear their emotions on their sleeves or be easy to understand, you stand out by being complex and multi-layered. This gives you the ability to respond selectively to situations, keeping your reactions measured and calculated, never letting your feelings govern your actions. People who can't read you are forced to rely on their assumptions and guesses, and this uncertainty gives you a psychological upper hand. In every interaction, you maintain the power to surprise, to act in ways that no one saw coming, making you a strategic player in any situation. Moreover, being unreadable increases your leverage in negotiations. When others cannot predict your stance or where your true interests lie, they are more likely to offer concessions or adjust their strategies to accommodate you. This ability to appear elusive forces others to work harder to understand what you really want, and often they will offer you more than they otherwise would, simply to ensure they aren't left in the dark. In social settings, this unreadability makes others feel that they cannot fully trust their interactions with you. They sense that they are not getting the full picture of who you are or what you think. This psychological discomfort leads them to tread carefully, which works in your favor. It makes others more respectful, more circumspect, and less likely to challenge or undermine your authority. In summary, the ability to remain unreadable, to limit your emotional expressions, control your reactions, and remain a mystery is one of the most powerful forms of intelligence. It forces others to second-guess their assumptions, to approach you with caution, and to respect your unpredictability. As Machiavelli understood, those who master the art of remaining unreadable are the ones who hold the most power, because they are always several steps ahead in the minds of those around them. By cultivating this skill, you not only protect your position, but increase your ability to influence and control the social environment. The fifth aspect of the intelligence that makes others cautious around you is the ability to manipulate the flow of information. In any social or professional setting, knowledge is power, and how you share, withhold, or control information can greatly influence how others perceive and interact with you. People with this type of intelligence do not give away everything they know. Instead, they carefully decide when and to whom to reveal their thoughts, insights, and plans. Machiavelli often emphasized the importance of controlling the narrative, that is, ensuring that only the information you want others to know is shared, and only when it serves your purposes. The more you know about the motivations and weaknesses of others, the more powerful you become, because you can choose what to reveal and what to keep hidden. This ability to withhold information, or even to share it selectively, creates strategic ambiguity, forcing others to make assumptions and fill in the gaps with their own judgments. People are naturally drawn to those who seem to know more than they let on, as it creates an aura of authority and wisdom. This dynamic puts you in a position where others will either seek your insight or hesitate to act without your approval. By withholding certain pieces of information, you become a person others must engage with before they can move forward with decisions. They become dependent on your perspective, creating psychological leverage in your favor. This manipulation of information is not about being dishonest or deceptive in a malicious sense, but about using your knowledge strategically. You understand that the key to power is not in simply sharing everything you know, but in understanding when and how to distribute information for maximum effect. If people sense that you are holding back valuable details or deliberately shaping the way things are presented, they begin to fear the consequences of moving without your input or approval. You hold the reins of knowledge, and by extension, the reins of influence. Moreover, the ability to limit the flow of information creates a sense of uncertainty in others, making them more cautious about what they say or do around you. If they believe you have knowledge that could expose their weaknesses, their vulnerabilities, or their true intentions, they will become more guarded in their interactions. This careful control over the narrative helps you maintain dominance in any conversation or decision-making process, because the flow of information is always in your hands. This intelligence also extends to the timing of what you reveal. You understand that timing is everything when to share a critical piece of information, when to withhold it, and when to use it as a tool for influence. A well-timed piece of knowledge shared at the right moment can shift a conversation, change an opinion, or direct the course of action in your favor. The ability to hold back key facts until the opportune moment gives you the upper hand in negotiations, social dynamics, and leadership. Ultimately, the control over information forces others to rely on you to fill the gaps in their understanding. This creates a psychological dependency where people feel they need your insight or approval to move forward. The power to hold back information is a subtle but incredibly effective strategy to make others cautious around you, ensuring they respect your authority and strategic foresight. People instinctively hesitate to challenge or undermine those who they believe hold the key pieces of knowledge that can determine the outcome of situations. In conclusion, the ability to manipulate the flow of information is a profound form of intelligence that elevates your status and influence. It makes others cautious because they never quite know what you know or when you will reveal it, leaving them in a constant state of uncertainty and dependence. By controlling the information landscape around you, you keep others on edge, forcing them to engage with you carefully and respect your power in any social or professional setting. The sixth aspect of intelligence that makes others cautious around you is the ability to control emotional responses and stay unflappable in high-stress situations. Power doesn't come from reacting impulsively to what happens around you. It comes from being able to maintain composure and remain calm in the face of provocation, stress, or adversity. When others see that you can keep your emotions in check no matter what circumstances arise, they begin to view you as someone who cannot easily be manipulated, pressured, or swayed. Machiavelli understood that true authority lies in the ability to act with deliberation, not impulse. People who react emotionally to every situation reveal themselves as being controlled by their environment. In contrast, those who maintain control over their emotional responses project an image of someone who is in command no matter how volatile the situation. This type of intelligence shows others that you are unpredictable, not because of erratic behavior, but because your ability to stay calm means you are calculating and in control at all times. When you do not react emotionally, you force others to second-guess their actions. They will feel hesitant to make sudden moves around you because they are unsure of how you will respond. This creates an air of mystery, and mystery is a powerful form of authority. When people can't predict your reactions or anticipate your decisions, they start to respect your ability to control the narrative of any situation. Whether it's in negotiations, confrontations, or public scrutiny, the ability to remain poised makes you a force that others cannot easily undermine. Moreover, emotional control enables you to make better decisions. When emotions take the lead, decisions are often clouded by biases, fear, or desire. In contrast, calm and measured responses allow you to think strategically, assessing the situation without being driven by impulsivity or stress. People instinctively gravitate toward those who are clear-headed in tense moments, as these individuals appear more capable of handling future challenges. By maintaining emotional control, you demonstrate a higher level of awareness, and others recognize that they can't easily manipulate you through emotional triggers. Another important aspect of this intelligence is the ability to recognize and control others' emotions. Those who control their own emotions often possess the ability to read the emotions of those around them, especially in high-pressure situations. This gives you a strategic advantage because you can manage not only your reactions but also the emotional climate of the environment. People who are emotionally reactive can often be provoked or maneuvered by others who understand their emotional triggers. On the other hand, when you stay composed, others become unsure of how to provoke or influence you, making it harder for them to control the narrative or gain an upper hand. This ability to stay unflappable also reinforces your position of strength. Emotional volatility, whether it's in the form of anger, anxiety, or frustration, is often seen as a sign of weakness. People may not openly admit it, but when they see someone lose their temper or show signs of stress, they lose confidence in that person's ability to lead or influence. By maintaining composure, you communicate to others that you can handle pressure and that your position will not be shaken by the actions or emotions of others. This gives you an incredible amount of influence, as people naturally defer to those who are unshaken, reliable, and steady. In social and professional settings, this control over emotional responses also creates an aura of authority. People who can control their emotions in the face of adversity are viewed as stronger, more intelligent, and more capable than those who allow their emotions to dictate their actions. Others may see you as someone who doesn't need to prove themselves because you already project the confidence and control that comes with self-mastery. This perception alone makes people more likely to approach you with respect and more cautious in how they behave around you. In conclusion, emotional control is a key form of intelligence that gives you a strategic advantage in any environment. By remaining calm and composed, you demonstrate mental strength, clarity, and unpredictability, all of which make others cautious around you. This intelligence not only allows you to maintain your position of power, but it also ensures that you remain a step ahead, guiding interactions and decisions with deliberate precision. It is not through emotional reactions that you command respect. It is through strategic emotional restraint that you maintain your influence and control. The seventh aspect of intelligence that makes others cautious around you is your ability to adapt your communication style to influence the way others perceive you and respond to you. Those with power understand that words are tools not just to convey information, but to shape perceptions and control social dynamics. The truly powerful don't communicate for the sake of simply sharing information. They communicate to guide, manipulate, and manage the flow of interaction in their favor. This adaptive communication skill is rooted in knowing how to read the room and adjust your message to achieve your desired outcome, all while maintaining a sense of control and authority. Machiavelli was keenly aware of the importance of speaking with purpose. He understood that power is often exerted through the ability to frame discussions and direct conversations in ways that serve your interests without ever needing to raise your voice or dominate the dialogue. The most effective leaders are those who know when to speak softly and directly, and when to remain silent, allowing their presence and subtle cues to carry more weight than any words ever could. One of the core components of this communication intelligence is calibrating your tone, pace, and content depending on your audience. When speaking to a subordinate or someone you wish to influence, you may choose to be more engaging, empathetic, or approachable, drawing them in with your words and tone. In contrast, when speaking with peers or rivals, you might adopt a more neutral, assertive, or even detached tone to establish boundaries and project authority. Adapting your communication style to suit the situation and the people involved forces others to adjust their behavior around you, ensuring that the power dynamic remains firmly in your hands. This adaptability also allows you to manipulate the emotional undercurrent of conversations. By carefully selecting your words and adjusting your tone, you can stir emotions, provoke thought, or even disarm opponents without direct confrontation. For instance, you can use calm reassurance to soothe anxiety, or concise, sharp statements to challenge someone's confidence, all depending on what the situation demands. This ability to shift your communication style based on the social landscape makes you unpredictable and forces others to be cautious in their interactions with you, never quite knowing which version of you will emerge in the next conversation. Moreover, this intelligence in communication allows you to mask your true intentions. Those who hold power rarely say everything they are thinking. Instead, they are adept at presenting a crafted message, one that serves their immediate goals while leaving out the critical details. What you choose not to say is often more important than what you articulate. People who are aware of your ability to adapt the way you speak will begin to second-guess their own interpretations of your words, knowing that there is likely more beneath the surface than you're letting on. This uncertainty forces others to act cautiously and to question their understanding of your motives and intentions. Being able to adapt your communication style also contributes to your ability to control the emotional tone of a conversation. You understand how to shift the mood, whether by using humor to diffuse tension, being serious when needed to assert authority, or showing empathy to establish rapport. This emotional fluidity enables you to maintain dominance over social interactions, creating an environment where people feel they must adjust to your mood and rhythm, rather than the other way around. Another key element of this adaptive intelligence is your ability to shift the focus of a conversation. Instead of answering questions directly, you can redirect attention to your own points, or control the flow of discussion, subtly shifting it to areas where you feel more comfortable or where you have an advantage. People will begin to sense that engaging with you is not a simple exchange of ideas, but a deliberate negotiation of influence. This makes them cautious about what they say, as they know you have the ability to shape the conversation to your benefit. In essence, the adaptive nature of your communication makes others wary because they can never be fully certain of your true stance. Whether you're being overtly friendly, subtly authoritative, or calculatedly reserved, people are always trying to gauge your true intentions, and this uncertainty creates an environment where they tread lightly around you, adjusting their behavior to stay in your good graces or not to provoke a response they cannot predict. In conclusion, adaptive communication is an incredibly powerful form of intelligence that creates social leverage. It forces people to second-guess their assumptions about you, remain cautious in their dealings with you, and ultimately respect your authority. By being able to change your tone, pace, and approach depending on the situation, you ensure that the power dynamic remains in your favor and others adjust to your preferred style of interaction. In the world of power, those who control their message and adapt it with precision have the ability to influence outcomes without ever seeming overtly aggressive or manipulative. The eighth aspect of intelligence that makes others cautious around you is your ability to recognize and exploit social hierarchies. People instinctively gravitate toward those who understand where they stand in any given social or professional situation, and are able to navigate power dynamics with precision. This intelligence allows you to quickly assess the pecking order and position yourself accordingly, knowing exactly who to align with, when to assert dominance, and when to hold back. Machiavelli would argue that power is a game of positioning. It's not just about having influence, but knowing how to place yourself within the broader network of relationships and how to use the hierarchies around you to your advantage. The ability to recognize and manipulate these social dynamics requires emotional awareness, insight into human behavior, and a strategic mindset that understands how to make people feel comfortable, respected, or intimidated based on where they fit in the larger social structure. When you understand social hierarchies, you don't need to be the loudest person in the room to command respect. You know when to assert your position and when to let others speak or take charge. This balance of knowing when to step forward and when to hold back makes you seem more calculated and in control. People are often unsettled by those who appear to have mastered the art of knowing exactly where to stand in relation to others. This awareness allows you to make decisions, interactions, and alliances that keep you in the most advantageous position without needing to engage in overt power struggles. For instance, recognizing the dynamics in a room allows you to position yourself strategically during meetings, social gatherings, or negotiations. You understand when to align yourself with the dominant figures, when to work behind the scenes to gain favor, and when to assert your power if the opportunity presents itself. People in positions of power often understand that assertion is not constant, but that it is situational. You adapt to the moment, always staying one step ahead, by understanding who holds power, who is vying for it, and where your best interests lie within this structure. This intelligence also enables you to leverage your connections in a way that reinforces your position. By identifying who holds real influence and understanding how to position yourself relative to these individuals, you can build alliances that amplify your power. You don't waste time trying to move people who are beyond your reach. Instead, you focus on those who can either support or serve your goals and strategically align with them, ensuring your actions and decisions are backed by those who matter most in the given context. One of the key aspects of this intelligence is that it forces others to remain cautious in their interactions with you because they can never be sure where you fit in the social structure. You may seem to adapt seamlessly to various roles, appearing as a supporter, when necessary a leader, when the opportunity arises, or a silent observer when it benefits you. This fluidity in social positioning makes others wary because they cannot easily predict how you will behave in any given situation. And that unpredictability adds to your power. Moreover, understanding and navigating social hierarchies allows you to exploit weaknesses in the system. You can identify individuals, insecurities, rivalries, or ambitions, and use this knowledge to maneuver within the structure without ever making it obvious. This covert manipulation can create opportunities for you to advance or neutralize threats, all while maintaining the appearance of innocence or neutrality. People will recognize that you are too savvy to be easily manipulated, and they will adjust their behavior around you accordingly, making them more careful and cautious in their dealings with you. In summary, the ability to recognize and strategically navigate social hierarchies is a powerful form of intelligence that places you in a position of strength without needing to dominate every conversation or interaction. By understanding where others stand, aligning with those who can benefit you, and knowing when to assert yourself, you create an environment where others are always uncertain of your true intentions and respect your ability to position yourself with precision. This social awareness forces people to tread carefully around you, never fully understanding how you might use your knowledge of the hierarchy to your advantage. It makes you a silent player in the game of power, leading without seeming to lead and influencing without overtly trying. The ninth aspect of intelligence that makes others cautious around you is your ability to remain unpredictable. Power does not just stem from knowing the right thing to do or say at the right time. It thrives on creating a sense of uncertainty. When others cannot anticipate how you will react or behave in any given situation, they feel the need to proceed with caution because they understand that they cannot easily control or manipulate you. Machiavelli recognized that unpredictability can be a subtle yet powerful tool in maintaining authority. The unpredictable person is someone who keeps others guessing about their next move, their next statement, or even their true intentions. People feel uneasy around unpredictability, especially those in positions of power, because they are forced to reconsider their own actions. The lack of clarity on how you will respond or what you might do next makes people hesitate to act too quickly or make decisions that could backfire. Unpredictability is not about chaos or erratic behavior. It is about maintaining an element of surprise, making it hard for others to gauge how you will respond. You are someone who doesn't react according to a set pattern, whether it's in your professional dealings, social interactions, or how you handle conflict. You have the ability to adapt to circumstances and shift tactics at any moment, keeping others on edge and unsure of your true strategy. This keeps them in a position of psychological subordination, where they are always trying to predict what you might do or how you might respond next. People tend to underestimate the power of unpredictability, thinking that consistency and reliability are the ultimate strengths. But in reality, predictability can become a weakness because it limits your options and makes you easier to read. If others know how you will react, they can anticipate your moves and use that to their advantage. However, when you remain unpredictable, you force others to adjust to you, constantly re-evaluating their next steps and second-guessing their own actions. Unpredictability also extends to your emotional responses. When others can't predict your emotional reactions, they hesitate to push your buttons or engage in risky behavior. This control over your emotions, where you choose when to display anger, frustration, enthusiasm, or indifference, creates a powerful aura. People will be hesitant to try to provoke you, knowing that they can't easily guess how you might react. In the absence of emotional consistency, they have no idea what will spark a response, and this uncertainty leads to a heightened respect for your ability to control your reactions. One of the greatest benefits of being unpredictable is that it gives you the advantage of control in high-stakes or confrontational situations. When everyone expects one outcome and you deliver another, you catch people off guard and shift the dynamics in your favor. Whether in negotiations, conflict resolution, or personal interactions. Your ability to keep others on edge ensures that you are never easily outmaneuvered. People will start to believe that it's risky to challenge you because they know they can't predict how you will handle it, and that uncertainty makes them more likely to avoid conflict or manipulation in your presence. This unpredictability can be applied in many aspects of life, from your leadership style to social interactions. The more unpredictable you are, the more others have to adjust to you, making you a figure of silent authority. You don't need to exert direct control because people will inherently treat you with caution due to the uncertainty you create. Your actions make others second-guess their moves, ensuring that they don't take liberties or try to undermine your position. In conclusion, unpredictability is one of the most powerful forms of intelligence that creates a psychological edge in any environment. By keeping people on their toes, by never fully revealing your plans or reactions, you ensure that others act with respect and hesitation around you. This keeps you in control because they will always be uncertain about where they stand in relation to you. Your ability to surprise, adapt, and shift tactics keeps your position strong and allows you to maneuver through the complexities of power dynamics without ever fully revealing your hand. Unpredictability doesn't just maintain your power, it enhances it, making others cautious and respectful without you having to do much at all. The 10th and final aspect of intelligence that makes others cautious around you is your ability to strategically withhold validation. Validation is a powerful tool in social and professional dynamics as it reinforces people's sense of self-worth and encourages them to align with you. Those who are truly powerful understand the importance of withholding validation when it's most needed, not as an act of cruelty, but as a deliberate strategy to maintain control, keep people on their toes, and ensure that others remain dependent on your approval. Machiavelli understood that giving validation too freely diminishes its value. It's an act of generosity that weakens your position because once people have it, they feel entitled to more and expect it regularly. Strategically withholding validation creates a sense of uncertainty. People become uncertain of their standing in relation to you, and this uncertainty keeps them cautious in their actions and behavior around you. They will constantly be seeking your approval, working harder to earn it, and anticipating when and how they might receive your recognition. Withholding validation also forces others to prove their worth constantly, striving to meet your standards. When you are seen as someone who does not easily offer praise or recognition, others begin to work more diligently as they seek to earn your respect and acknowledgement. They understand that they must earn your favor, not just expect it. This creates a power dynamic where you hold the keys to their self-esteem, and because of this, they remain cautious about how they approach you, what they say, and how they behave. In social settings, withholding validation makes you an enigma. People will want to know how to gain your approval, but since it is rarely granted, they are uncertain of their standing with you. This uncertainty creates a sense of vulnerability in others, making them more cautious in their interactions. They will analyze your reactions, trying to decode what you expect from them and how they can gain your validation. This keeps them on edge, ensuring that they approach you carefully and are mindful of how they present themselves. Moreover, when you withhold validation, you also avoid creating a sense of entitlement in others. People who are constantly validated begin to expect it, and may even begin to take it for granted. By being selective with your praise and ensuring that validation is earned, you preserve its value and maintain your position of power. When people feel that they have to earn your approval, they respect you more, and that respect becomes a significant tool of influence. Withholding validation is also a form of emotional control. It demonstrates that you are not emotionally dependent on others' approval, and that your power does not come from seeking external validation, but from within yourself. You show that you are immune to flattery, and this makes others more cautious as they realize that their attempts to gain your favor will not easily manipulate you. This reinforces your authority, as people understand that you cannot be swayed by praise or flattery, and they are more likely to approach you with respect rather than seeking to influence you. In professional environments, withholding validation is a tool of influence in leadership. It ensures that your feedback is meaningful and that your recognition of others is earned, not given out indiscriminately. This encourages individuals to continually prove themselves, and in doing so, they remain committed and focused on meeting your standards. It also encourages them to push beyond their limits to achieve the level of success that will earn your recognition. By withholding validation, you keep others engaged in a way that fuels their drive without becoming complacent. In conclusion, strategically withholding validation is a subtle yet powerful form of intelligence that makes others cautious around you. It creates a dynamic where people constantly seek your approval, but they are never quite sure how to get it and never feel entitled to it. By controlling when and how you validate others, you maintain power over their behavior, ensuring they work harder to earn your respect and remain in psychological alignment with your goals. This dynamic of uncertainty around your validation forces others to approach you with greater care, respect, and consideration, ultimately enhancing your ability to influence and control the social and professional environments around you.